welcome to the premier sports show on ASU-TV, Pros vs. Joe. As always, I'm your very florally decorated host, Zach Ward. Now, normally this show is where we pit our pro or our student athlete against our regular old Joe here in a series of challenges pertaining to that week's sport, but due to some unforeseen complications, some weather-related, this week we'll follow a slightly different structure. It will seem a little different. You'll get used to it. But today, our sport of focus is golf. Now, speaking of competitors, on my right here, we have our pro, Monica Leaving. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And, of course, Joe. How are you doing, bud?
Hi.
Yep. Charismatic, as always. Now, this week, I'm at a loss for words. This is a bit of a challenge, I will say. Sorry, got a little confused there. Start off with asking you a few questions, Monica. What's your story with golf? How did your kind of experience, your journey, so to say, where did that begin?
So I started golfing when I was about 12 years old, and I used to play like soccer, I did gymnastics. I didn't really try it until my older sister Kelsey started playing, and so she played for a while, and then she went off to college, so I decided to try it, and then I actually began to love it, so I decided to quit all my sports and then start playing golf.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Joe, what do you know about the sport that is called golf?
I learned how to spell it yesterday.
Okay.
G-O-L-F. You know that?
I did, yes. I'm glad you do as
Yeah.
well. You're making great strides over here.
Thanks.
Now, back to you. Can you tell me a little bit about why you came to A-State and what was kind of your decision process there?
Okay. So I came to A-State because I'm from Illinois, and I preferably wanted to come somewhere that was warmer in the winter because golf is an outside sport.
That's fair.
So yeah, I really liked being in the South. I liked the idea of adventuring out and going a little bit further away from home, and I really liked the coaching staff, and we have really good golf facilities here. Mm-hmm. So those were a couple things that I really liked.
Right. And Joe, so if all of your appendages were to be replaced with a certain pasta, and you had to choose this specifically, you had to choose a different pasta for each appendage, what would you choose?
First, can you define appendage for me?
Let's just go with the limbs. So
limbs.
Arms and legs.
All right.
Yeah.
Left arm, I'd have to go with your classic spaghetti noodle.
Okay.
Right arm, I'd say some nice penne. Left leg, some fettuccine, and then some right leg. I only know 3 types of pasta, Zach.
Oh, man. Well, I was going to say rigatoni, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, rigatoni.
Okay.
Rigatoni.
Yeah. Interesting choices all around. I would really love to see that penne arm, to be honest. Now, sorry about that. That was a bit of a derail, but it's kind of our thing. Now, what would you say has impacted you most in all of your years of playing golf? And then maybe, I guess, if there's something specific A-State here, or maybe before you came to A-State, just something that really kind of formed your impression of the sport.
Yeah, I think the thing that I've learned the most, I would say that I can apply to life really, is how to be like mentally tough and how to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because golf is an incredibly mental sport, and there's no way you can succeed at it if you don't have confidence and if you're not always working at how to stay strong on the golf course when things aren't going your way.
I wish I had the skill of being comfortable while being uncomfortable, specifically for this show. Now, Joe, what would be your advice for someone who wants to, I believe the quote is, fight the power, as they say?
It starts with our fight within ourselves. Every man has 2 wolves inside of him. One that wants to give up and one that wants to press forward and fight. The one that wins is the one you feed within yourself.
What do you feed them?
You feed them with your energy, with your thoughts. If you dedicate your time to that wolf that wants to give up, then they will win.
Okay. Thought you were going to say kibble, but that's a much deeper answer. I'm very impressed. Good on you, Joe.
Thank you, Zach.
Now, since we didn't actually go out and have a competition, I would want to get kind of a feel of your impressions and kind of what it might look like, and we can kind of form our own assumptions here. But what kind of were some of your guys', I guess I'll start with you. What do you think some of your strengths, weaknesses, maybe strategies that you use when you're out on the course? What does that look like?
Well, I would say one of my strengths is that I can hit it pretty far. So for a female golfer, that helps me a lot. I would say distance. Obviously, you have to be mentally tough, and having a good work ethic too can really set you apart, especially in an individual sport. But yeah, I think those are a couple of things.
For sure. Now, Joe, I'm assuming you've at least played putt-putt once in your life before.
Nah.
Really? I guess I'll have to backtrack on that one. Do you know? You are aware of what the
Well, yeah, I
putt-putt
just
is?
saw that intro. I saw some people hitting something. And if she says like it's a mental thing, I think I'm set, because if there's mental blocks involved, I don't have any mental gauge on what to block. So I should be good.
I mean, that makes sense to me. So I guess I did want to ask you, Monica, what's the dynamic like from a pro golfer, as you might say, perspective between putt-putt and golf? Do you take putt-putt as seriously, like more seriously than other people? Are you like extremely good at it because you have so much experience?
I would say it depends on the day.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll take it really seriously, and then other times I won't, because there's quite some differences between golfing on a golf course and putt-putt, but, there's beauty in both of them.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, I think I have one last question before we cut to our video. We do have a video. It's not well, you'll see. It's fine. So, what would be the ideal conditions for you when golfing?
I would say the ideal conditions for me, I like it a little colder. So I would say probably around, 65 degrees, partly cloudy,
It's not too bad.
not much wind, nice sunny day.
Is
So-
wind like a big factor?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Extremely?
Yeah.
I always feel like I've always been told it was, but I've never golfed before. So I've always wondered.
Yeah.
Well, I guess before we play our tape, was there anything else either of you wanted to say about either the show or the sport of golf, or any impressions about it has begun to rain? That really threw me off. I'm going to be honest. It sounds great, though. I'd love to take a nap right now. Anyways, is there anything you guys wanted to say to add to, I guess, any comments?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes, you're welcome. Joe, what about you?
There's nothing more to say that has not already been said.
I was really hoping you were going to expand on the Wolves things, because I'm slightly confused still, but we'll move on. It's fine. So anyways, without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and roll the tape. sick action shot we got there. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we've changed scenery as usual. It was a great video. It didn't have to do with anyone here, but I really enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too. Now, obviously, we're going to lead into our in-studio portion. Obviously, the point of this is to... Sorry, you really threw me off there. The hopes are to bring our pro down to Joe's level. And what we have here is basically the same thing as regular golf, but smaller, clearly. But it's more just our own little putt-putt course. We're pretty proud of it here, to be honest. Now, basically what's going to happen here is we've got a set time limit. You guys will take turns hitting balls, and then we have different point values set across this course here. So we've got 1 point here, we've got 2 points over here, and then 3 here. And if you manage to get it in that cup, you automatically win, and then I don't know what we do after that point. We'll give you like a trophy or something. But so you'll go, this one is par 3, this one will be par 4, and then this one will also be par 3. And if you manage to get it inside the goal within the time limit, or sorry, not the time limit, within the par, you get the points, and then you'll go back and start over. So the one with the most points wins at the end of the, we'll call it a round, like regular golf. Most points wins. That's how I always play.
All right.
Let's get started.
Let's do it. I'll go first.
I need to get out of the way, to be honest. I feel like I'm going to get hit by something. That was a hefty hit there, bud.
Yeah.
All right, well,
sure was.
I'll go retrieve your ball for you. Oh, don't want to damage
All right,
anything.
let's see.
We're going to say that's out of bounds.
Wow, they really roll, don't they?
All right. Let me try again.
All right, let me return your ball to you.
Is
There you
this
go.
right? Like this?
I think that's a little bit better, yeah. Oh.
That don't seem too much better.
It was closer, at least.
Okay. Do I keep going?
You keep going.
Okay.
So you're both still going.
All right.
You've got, depending on which one you're going for,
I'm going to go for this one.
1 or 2 more strokes.
Okay.
I'm in the way of Pro Joe over here. Ooh.
Hmm.
I can't seem to keep it in.
Did you hit the weights recently? No? All right.
Hmm.
Almost.
I can do it. This one's it. It's going to stay on course.
If you're calling it, I believe in you.
Look at
Okay.
that. Look
Okay.
at that.
Way to go. Nice. Is that 3 points?
Thank
That's
you.
3
I
points.
think so.
3 points. Joe, you started your strokes over, I believe, so you've got 2 more?
I'm going for it all.
Oh. You're going to have to get some elevation on that one, bud.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
All right.
So
If
do
you
I
just
start
wanna-
over?
Yeah, you just grab that and then come back here and
Okay.
then continue to get points, unlike Joe.
Okay. Let's see.
You will most likely win.
All right. Try this one.
All right.
That was tricky.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
This is going to be... Oh,
All
he
right.
tried.
That was pretty close.
Well, close is
So,
a relative.
What are your guys'
It's a
rules? Can I
relative-
still go for this one? Since I'm not in there, or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Water
Oh,
has
no.
I didn't think anyone would actually land in the water. So I think you'll have to go back.
Okay.
The water,
Darn.
it has to have some kind of
It's like
penalty.
real golf.
That is true. Except this time you don't lose your ball.
Yeah,
So
you're right. Oh, am I going again?
Take it away.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Ooh, that was a good approach.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very measured, unlike
Thank
every
you.
single one of his shots.
All right.
That one didn't quite work out.
You at least touched the tower, though. There was effort. Effort was given.
Oh, no.
That's a total of 4. I need to get this scoreboard over here so we can keep up with what's going on. Set that right there.
You got it. Oh.
Take it away again.
All right. I really want to get this one with the water.
Oh, that's 40, not 4. Ha-ha! Need to learn numbers.
Am I going again? Okay. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Is this the pool strategy? Well, it went in a direction.
Yeah,
This
sure
water
did.
scenario is a little difficult.
It's real testy. Also, the windmill is rather large compared to the course.
All right. Are you going for the big one?
Your stroke.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. Oh, wow. I think we're going to have
Okay.
to replace that wall by the time we're
This is
done
a
with
little-
this.
That's
iffy.
fine.
Oh,
Oh.
man. So close. What?
I got as many tries on this as I want.
I guess that's fair. We didn't set a par for the instant win.
I guess I'll go backwards. And then. There we go.
Was that the 2? I believe it was.
All right.
Should
Well,
start.
that gave me good
you
position.
should start a little further back. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah. Okay. How many tries do we get? Do we just keep going?
You just
Go.
go.
All right.
You just go. I'm just
I'm gonna go
allowing
for-
as much time as possible because I'm really hoping Joe gets it in that cup at some point. Ooh. Oh.
I got it in.
Oh man.
Well, we didn't see that coming. Unfortunate.
I did it.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you knocked the tower over.
Yeah, I sure did.
Am I allowed to disqualify you for that?
I don't know. It's in the cup.
I'm
You
trying
said if
to
it's in the
determine
cup,
whether
it's
I'm
an
allowed
instant
to
win.
disqualify you. All right, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm the pro golfer.
Good job.
This is technically it's fine. Well then, an incredible display of calm, measure, composure, and then also Joe hitting the ball repeatedly in a direction. Determination, I guess, is what you call that. Well, regardless, it was a great competition. It was really thrilling, is the word I would use. And as I always say, hopefully we all learned a little bit. We all got to feed a little bit of our competitive sides here. And most importantly, we had fun. Joe, did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun today.
I can tell. Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun.
That's
yes.
great. That's all I hope for at this show. So, as always, it's been a pleasure hosting you all once again this week, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. Who knows? Anyway, that's going to do it for us here at Pros vs. Joe. Again, I have been your host, Zach Ward, and we'll see you all here again on November 20th, I believe, for the next episode. And have a good day.